I used to think baking pies was a very complicated thing until I learned about the galette. They are perfectly imperfect, just like me. And what I love about them is that they're so easy to make, super adaptable. So it alleviates any stress, makes me feel good. I've got some flour in a bowl here. To that I'm going to add salt. So this is the beginnings of my dough. Just whisk that around a bit. And then add some chilled butter. It helps if you cube it up, so it makes mixing it a whole lot easier. So I'm just pressing it in with my fingers. So you want to get the butter down into as little chunks as possible. It's okay if there's a little chunkiness here and there. All right, once it starts looking a little bit like sand, you're ready for the next ingredients. Now to make this a super tender crust, I like to add a little bit of sour cream. This is a game changer here. And then a little bit of chilled water. Just add a little bit at a time. Just kind of eye it. Okay, that's coming together. I'm gonna switch over to my hand. Just start pressing it out, kneading it a bit. So I'm just gonna wrap this up in plastic wrap and then chill it. For a little extra special touch that's not really complicated to do at all is to make an infused honey. So I've got a bunch of honey set up in this kind of double boiler here. Now honey easily burns, so you don't want to do this directly in a pot. This is just a pot with a little bit of simmering water, heat safe bowl on very low heat. Then the flavor I'm going to infuse it with is some beautiful thyme. Just drop it in. As this heats up, the flavors are going to combine together. It's going to be delicious, paired up with the filling of this pie. So I'm just going to let this sit here for about 20 minutes. It is time to get all our beautiful flavors together and work on this filling. I've got a vanilla bean here. I'm just going to split it open, get some of those seeds out. Use the back of my little knife here and pull those out. Ooh. I'm going to combine it with some sugar to make vanilla sugar. This is a great, easy way to really perfume your sugar. You're just leveling it up a bit. Next thing I'm gonna work on is the goat cheese spread. Now, when you cook goat cheese in the oven, it tends to kind of separate a little bit. So to help it become more cohesive, a lot more creamier, I'm adding in some cream cheese. Just gonna break this up a little bit. And then that honey. Now, you could do this a couple days ahead of time, so the thyme really has time to infuse the honey. Get a little bit of the thyme leaves there, makes it extra special. So this just adds another dimension of good feels. When you're eating this, you're just going through all the flavors, through all the layers. Good time. Next step, the fruit. I have these beautiful cherries. I've already pitted them. Love that red color. Now's the time to add that vanilla sugar. This will help break down those cherry juices as it bakes. Brighten it up with some good old lemon zest. It's like happy rain. It smells so good. It's punching me in the face in the best way. I'm gonna double fist this lemon. Just get it all over the place. Spread the joy. And the last thing I'm gonna add here is some ground up tapioca. Now, as fruit cooks down, it releases a lot of juices. So to soap them all back up, this tapioca really helps to thicken it up a bit. This all ensures that we don't have a soggy galette, okay? Nobody wants a sad, soggy, bleh. They want a happy, perky, put together galette. Now it's time to roll out. I'm gonna flour my surface so nothing sticks. Flour up that dough. You just gotta roll it out. Just happy thoughts here. Everything's cool. You've got a million other things to worry your pretty little head about. You gotta be here with your rolling pin, with the dough. This is the moment. Get in your flow. So just work your way from the center out. So I know when I'm done rolling this out, when I've got just enough room to spread all my ingredients and to have enough on the edges to pull over and kind of form this rustic galette. If you're a measurement person, then you could go for about 12 inches. I don't care about measuring. It's not about the size. It's all about if it works. With the help of your rolling pin, just take your dough, pop it on a parchment-lined baking sheet. Don't worry if it goes over the edges. Remember, we're gonna fold it in. And then you're gonna take the goat cheese, cream cheese, honey mixture, spread that all over. Make sure you're leaving a little bit of an edge This acts as kind of a barrier between the fruit filling and the pastry crust, so you don't get that sogginess. On top of the cheese, that fruit. Try to aim for the center. Looks like it's a little piled high now, but as this cooks down, it'll push down a bit. Now the fun part, you just pull over the edges, do a little crimp. This is a lot less stressful than making a whole pie and trying to make sure it looks perfect. There's beauty in imperfection, folks. And then, another touch here, some sliced almond. Beautiful. To get a nice golden crest, just brush it with a little egg wash all along the edges. And that's it. This goes in the oven until the filling is nice and bubbly. The edges will be beautiful and golden. I make a galette at least once per season to celebrate the flavors of that particular season. They are super adaptable, and that makes me super happy. So this has been out of the oven. It's been cooling. Now I'm just gonna slide it off. Ooh, I can't wait to slice into this. Oh yeah, gorgeous crust. Look at that, it's like an exclamation point. Boom. All right, let me get into these layers. It's just so bright. It just puckers you up in the best way. The cherry kind of pops. Popping cherries in your mouth, yeah. I was already feeling amazing today, but now I am super elevated to a whole new level. This is so good, and as much as I'm enjoying it by myself, I'm gonna go share this with someone else, spread the happiness around one bite at a time. All of this feel-good food just made me feel light and happy, like I am high on life. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.